All right, so here we have the materials by category report, which is actually quite fantastic, especially if you're trying to audit and slim down your list of materials. So here we are looking at each category, and this is controlled through a field parameter. But right now we're looking at each category and which materials are under each category. So we see, for example, casework has 29 materials and doors have 24 materials. So perhaps you want to start controlling your door materials to be a bit tighter, to follow a standard of naming. So perhaps should all say doors dash, instead of being kind of a mishmash of naming functions. So if you want to go from 24 to 12 different materials, this would be a great report to go into this type of workflow. Now, I mentioned here we have a field parameter. So what that means is you can look at the breakdown of the materials with any of these types of classifications. So here, for example, I can see all of the material on the architectural work set. And then because I've selected family, it's showing me the work set and then the family. So I see in the architectural work set, there's a family called 2006 Revit, which has a material of wood. Now let's go a bit simpler. We'll just say, give me the materials per work set. So we see here, for example, the electrical has all of these different materials. So it has 80 different materials, over 10,000 items, and we can see what all of the electrical materials are for that work set. So the fact that there's a field parameter here is really good because this is kind of like 10 reports in one. You can change what you want to see or not in here and really have full control over the visibility. One last thing about this report is that it allows you to hide materials. It allows you to hide things that don't have a material. So we see quite evidently here, for example, cable trays don't have materials. Cable tray fittings, air terminals don't have materials. So it's good to know that they don't have a material. These are built-in families, system families, if you will, in Revit. So it's just kind of like a default material. It doesn't exist. You can't assign a material to it if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to hide all of this emptiness, you can click here the on-off button, and this will hide all elements with missing materials. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you want to click this button and you're in Power BI desktop, you'll need to hold control. Whereas if this is a report that's published on the web, you'll just click on and off and you don't have to hold control. It's just a little quirk. Some particular buttons you need to hold control in Power BI desktop. So that's it for the materials by category. We're going to look at a very similar report that inverts that relationship in the next video. All right, cheers.